Good morning, everybody. So today I thought I'd try something different. I'm here in the library of the Aura at Viera. Trying to get better light on myself and trying something new. Also recording this on my iPhone. Air conditioner just kicked on, so hopefully you guys aren't hearing that, but if you did, that's why. So a couple of things. The first is that last weekend I had the Zoom video call with Ted Forbes and Ralph Gibson. It was awesome. It was a pay-for in-studio session. It was $100. Money well worth spending. Learned a great deal from the conversation with Ralph. Anyway, more on that later. One of the things that I learned is I need to make sure that I have an exit strategy for my photography. Which I don't always have, so I'll be working on that. The other thing I wanted to talk about was I've decided to create a zine out of our trip to Taos, New Mexico. This trip occurred in late September, early October of 2017. Interestingly, we Taos experienced historic rains during our visit there, so that made it even more interesting. So what I have here, and I'm going to briefly show you a little bit, is Snapfish was running a special. They don't give you a lot of choices or control over your prints and books, but it was cheap enough. I figured I'd use the prints to figure out what I'm going to include in the zines. And like I said, I was gonna make this into two zines, but so many of the pictures are so similar that, at least of the trip there, I'll be cutting a significant number of those out. So it's just gonna be one. This is the dummy book that I had them print for me. These are actually two different pictures, but for personal stuff it's fine. I didn't really get to choose like the paper that was used to do the printing. There's some other issues. One thing to note, and this shows just how similar these pictures are. If I remove the gutter from in between these two pictures, this could potentially be a panoramic. But these are two separate pictures. Probably separated by 50 or so miles. My wife drove most of the way between Colorado Springs and Taos. Here's another example of that could potentially be a panorama picture. The road in both images would be the giveaway. So it was a nice road trip. For those who don't know, at the time we were living in Omaha, Nebraska. Well, actually, we lived in Oakland, Iowa, which is 30 miles east of Omaha. So we drove from there to Taos, New Mexico. It was a fun trip. We had a very good time there. Anyway, So that's the first set. I did also get prints made through Snapfish. I got the 8x8 prints. These are supposed to be matte, but they do have a shine to them. So a couple of examples of the prints. I'm going to use these to determine what pictures stay in the zine and what leaves or goes on the cutting room floor, so to speak. Anyway, so that's coming. I'm hoping I might have this done between Thanksgiving and Christmas. I'll have to figure out how much all this is going to wind up costing. So in the meantime, I'll keep you up to date. One of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to submit the pictures that I decide to go into the zine to Print Queue by Adorama. And I'm going to get the prints on different types of paper, and from there I'll make some decisions about what kind of paper I'm going to be using, and it might take me longer, and depending on the results I get there, I might also make a decision about once again purchasing a dedicated photo printer. Epson has a new I guess artist printer, very reasonably priced, and more importantly, the ink tanks are a complete set of tanks is roughly $400, and the printers are running starting at about $250. I think it's $350 for a large format printer. But then I can actually get and pick and choose my own papers. However, that doesn't drive up the cost, because obviously print shops, because of the bulk, they can buy paper a lot cheaper than I can. But so we'll see what happens. Anyway, also we'll see how well this recording goes. If it goes well, I'll probably start doing this. And anyway, that's all for now. And thanks. Hope you have a great week. Might be changing the frequency of when I post these to bi-weekly. Just having enough content to produce a video is sometimes challenging, although I technically have enough content, but I also have a regular full-time job, so having enough time to go through the content. Next week I'll probably put out a slideshow. We went to the Brevard Zoo, and I took a lot of pictures with the M monochrome camera, but I still have to pull the card and process the photos yet, so all of that takes time. So hopefully I'll get to that. Otherwise, I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Reminder, October 1st, I will be drawing a name to win the October camera. That's going to be a Canonette QL17 camera. So if you're interested in participating in the camera giveaway, I am giving away basically a bunch of old film cameras that I have, plus there is a digital camera in that mix that I will be giving away. That'll be the last camera that I give away. So if you're interested in participating on that, read the rules attached to the video and send me an email with your name, and you'll be entered for all the drawings. So that's it. Thanks. Have a great week.